Howdy everyone, welcome to Filmmakers Unleashed. We talk films, movies, and films and movies. That's not what I say. You know what? Let's just roll with it. How's it going, everyone? Robert, how's it kicking? How's it kicking?
It's kicking good.
Yeah, what have you been up to today?
How about you, Jaden?
Jaden's not here.
He's in our minds.
I
in our hearts.
can imagine that he's here with me. He's at work, bless him.
Oh, poor guy.
Bless him at work. The thing is, I'm always like, oh no, he's got work, but I always mentally know that he's not actually working at 9 PM, which is our time. I know that he's working. Really? If anything, because he's telling me that he's working, but I know that at his time, it's about like what 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
So I feel really sorry for the bloke. We got him on here talking about She-Hulk, but we're not talking about She-Hulk today, are we, Robert? What are we talking about?
Nope.
Nope.
Big nope.
Yeah, big nope. Now, we saw this together, didn't we, Robert?
Yeah.
It's not like this was a... Because it's strange, because normally, whenever we go to talk about something, it'd always be like we go our separate ways and watch it. You know, if it's Bad Batch or the Batman, we always go watch it. So actually, no, we did see the Batman together, didn't we? But
we saw the Batman together, yeah.
But we didn't talk about it together, that's the thing.
Mm.
I just remembered, yeah. But this is a... we saw this together, and...
When was it like a week ago?
It's about a week ago. Yeah. It's one of those films where you don't want to know a flipping thing going into it.
Oh, definitely not.
Now, movies like this, where it's Jordan Peele. I don't want to know a single thing. I didn't even watch the first trailer for this movie. The only trailers or any footage I saw from this was just bits and bobs trailers when I'd be going to watch other things to the cinema. Now, if it's like a Marvel or superhero or DC anything, you'd watch trailers for that just to build excitement because you want to know what's going on, like the fight scenes and all the different characters that pop up. But with a movie like this, if the more you know going in, I reckon that lessens your experience. Yeah.
Yeah, like if we went in knowing stuff about this film, I don't think we'd have enjoyed our experience as much as we did.
Yeah, because I think
like us two not knowing anything just made it so much better.
Yeah,
it built up so much intrigue.
Most of the highlights for me was me looking over at you with the most confused face, and I'm so happy that I received the exact same back because the entire runtime of this movie, you can tell it was such a freaking amazing film. Yeah. That being said, I ain't got a fucking clue what certain scenes about. The monkey, yeah. Oh, the thing is, remember when we were walking into this cinema, right? And it was pretty packed, and we sat down, and go through all the various trailers and everything, and there was like a big group of girls. Do you remember that? You know when you get some people that are loud, but you just know mentally that they're gonna kind of quiet down because that's like, the smart thing to do.
I got disconnected for a split second.
Oh, hang on, Robert, you here? Oh no, it's not what we want on a Monday night at 9 PM. Robert, get back in here. Oh, this is a shamble. Oh, there he is. Robert, hey.
Hello.
I was on about if you're loud you can be allowed in the trailers as much as you want, but the moment the movie starts, you gotta kind of use your brain a bit more. And these group of girls were literally howling. They were screaming. Thank God for some random hero in the crowd that
some guy was like, trying to watch the movie, please, thanks, or something. Said something like that.
I bet they responded back laughing, and he just went, well then shut the fuck up. And after that they were like if you told me they went fast asleep after that, I believe you, because they were the most quiet people. Shout out to that random hero in the crowd. Thank God for you.
I can't imagine being people like that. You'd have to know people are judging you immensely.
It's like if there's people around you, surely you'd have the mental note in your mind to be like, this is rude. You know what I mean?
I'm so glad they left as well. Because they left like when the sister and Angel were like in the house when the
Wait, they left? Did they actually leave?
Yeah.
Well, that's a waste of money. There was about like what, 4 of them? That's like a waste of 40 quid right there. Fools. You could be allowed outside. What was the point? You meant to anything. You wasted 40 quid and you pissed off a bunch of people and you left. You didn't even get to finish the movie. You fools. But we enjoyed it, didn't we, Robert?
We did.
So, should we make it like a spoiler cast? Should we make this a spoiler one? Because I feel like you can't really chat about this film without actually talking spoilers. It's one of those things. You can't be around the bush. Like, say, if you talk about Batman, you kind of get into little bits of it. But with Nope, you can't just be like, oh yeah, yeah.
You can't, because the movie like doesn't reveal anything about the creature, so you can't really talk about it in a non-spoiler sense. At least I can't.
Yeah, I really can't. Like, I'm trying to get my dad to watch it, and he's like, oh yeah, what was it about? I can't really say anything other than the word aliens, but even then I don't want to say the word aliens because it's not 100% marketed as an alien film.
Yeah, we don't even know if it was an alien, to be honest, either.
I don't know what it was. And you know what? I want to get into it straight away in the first opening scene, where the monkey, what's his name, Gordy?
Gordy, yeah.
Gordy. It wasn't even the opening shot was on the monkey. It was the flip-flop standing on its own. It was the flip-flop, yeah.
Now, throughout the entire movie, you're just thinking about that flip-flop. Like, what relevance does that have to the rest of the movie?
It's one of those things.
Get to the end and feel like, oh, none.
Yeah, I'm completely with you on that. It's not like it doesn't mean anything. It's the fact that obviously it does mean something, but what is the actual question?
I think when we left the cinema, we were talking about it, and you said it could be about animal abuse. And I think that is actually what the movie is about.
Like, I reckon it is.
People have been saying that is what it's about.
Yeah.
Because you obviously have the whole thing about the horses being
mistreated.
Yeah, you have the what was the other animal? The monkey being mistreated.
Yeah.
Gordy.
Or him. Till he went ape shit, if you pardon the pun.
And then someone actually mentioned something interesting that I briefly. I didn't think about this exactly, but I was just like, oh, that's fucking weird.
Oh, yeah.
And then the grasshopper was on the camera.
Oh, that little shit, yeah.
Someone pointed out how, the thing about the movie is animal abuse. So it's kind of, interesting that a grasshopper, which is an animal, covered up the cameras and then got off when the alien ship thing
left. Of all things, the grasshopper as well. Do you remember when the grasshopper actually left, it actually pulled itself away when the actual UFO disappeared? Yeah, everyone else in the cinema going, oh. Everyone else in a massive, because the movie would have been over at that point.
Yeah.
But I do think it is about, the mistreatment of, I mean, not necessarily animals, but just people in Hollywood, maybe?
Yeah. And then you have, OJ, the main character, who's kind of, the exception.
Yeah.
He treats people correctly. Because he's, because there's another commentary about how people just want to get things on camera, the director wants to get things on camera, the TMZ guy wanted to get the ship on camera even though he was about to fucking die.
Yeah.
But OJ is the one guy that didn't care about that and just wanted to survive.
Yeah.
Which is why I think he could knew that, hey, we shouldn't look at it.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to get my head around it because it's one of those films where I reckon you just know with a title like Nope and the whole subject theme around it, you know it's going to be talked about for years and years and years. I can see this being the next give me a sci-fi movie. I can see this being the next Interstellar or Signs or what's that movie? What's it called?
Describe it.
It's really annoying me now.
Describe it to me.
I'm really annoyed. What's it called? It's the next Close Encounters. That's what it's called.
Oh.
Or 2001: A Space Odyssey. How the flippin' hell did I forget the names of that? I've watched so many videos on that anyway. But I can generally see it being the next one of the most talked about things. And I think it's just...
Not only that,
yeah.
Well, the movie has massive rewatchability to it. Again, we said, we liked that it didn't get revealed what it was. Because that just means that every time you're going to watch it, it's not you know what's going to happen. Or you know what the twist is. Because it doesn't reveal anything and it's still just a great time no matter what.
Because if you imagine if you're a type of person who just isn't going to go away and research all this and watch countless videos on it, because the next time they watch it, it's just, you know what I mean? It's just one of those movies where if you, the amount of times you keep on watching it, you're still not going to understand what it is. But I feel that's the fun of it, yeah. And I feel
it's also just an interesting design. I think. Like, that's something I really liked about it.
Of
Like,
well,
it wasn't like a
yeah.
fleshy alien thing or a technological thing. It was just like a hot air balloon,
Yeah. Hang on.
which is kind of
Before
terrifying.
we get to that, because I want to leave that just whole little subject at the end. But I feel like going back to what you said about kind of the commentary of it, I feel like it is very much the mistreatment of people in Hollywood, and how if you feel like a lot of
Mm,
the main characters, they're only focused on getting that spectacle, that shot, rather than
yeah.
because
Like,
mm,
like, what's his name? The actor, like, Stephen Young, the character he plays, well, he was, like, basically traumatized by this thing.
yeah,
But it seems like he never really got help
mm,
over it, and it just kind of sent him down this spiral into where he needs the attention, needs the fame, he needs the money.
yeah,
So, like, he knew about the alien for, like, 6 months, and
mm,
didn't say anything about it because he just wanted the money.
yeah,
He wanted people to, like, come give him money, come give him attention to see this thing.
mm.
But he knew it was dangerous.
Yeah, it's definitely around like the mistreatment of people in Hollywood, but it's one of those things where
Mm,
if I say that in my mind, I feel like I need more than that. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
that's what makes me want to keep on flipping watching this.
yeah.
You know,
But
you
also
know.
just the characters were fun, I think, in the whole
Oh my God,
movie.
Daniel Kaluuya is. Oh my God, I remember the first role I ever saw him on. It was like a really really small one, was in Kick-Ass 2.
Who was he in Kick-Ass 2?
He was some like assassin dressed in all black, and they only showed his
Oh,
face about like just a few times, and now he's starring in a full-on Nope and Get Out and everything.
the first thing I saw him in was Doctor Who.
He was in Doctor Who.
He was in one episode with David Tennant.
He was also in that Rowan
Johnny
Atkinson.
English
Yeah,
was
Johnny
in it.
English. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember him
He was
seeing
good in
him.
that. That was one of the first times I actually recognised him.
Yeah, he's always been really good, but now it's like it's amazing to see him take like the full-on lead
His
in
career's
things.
definitely gotten bigger now, I feel like,
I,
with the Jordan Peele film.
I think as soon as Get Out was like his big break.
Yeah.
And I was watching him on Jimmy Fallon a few weeks ago, and they were talking about, so why's the movie called Nope? Well, that'd probably be, I think I was talking to Jordan Peele about this, and I think that would be the reaction of black people when they see stuff in this movie, they go, Nope. He's got a point. You know what was great in this movie? Keke Palmer, which I haven't seen her in
Yeah.
anything, but I mean, the reason why she's caught my interest is that she's got one of those names and one of those personalities that'd be like someone from like the 1970s, because she got the big afro,
Oh, yeah.
and she's got one of those names, Keke Palmer.
I get you.
She
I
was
get you.
she was so much fun in this movie.
It's not
Holy
like a
crap!
GTA character.
It
Which is
does a
quite
little
fun.
bit. Oh my God! If we get like another GTA game with Keke Palmer as the main character, I just
I
want to
think
watch.
there's another one coming out.
There is GTA 6.
Yeah.
I think I
In
want
like 10 years.
probably. I think that's wishful thinking at this point, Robert. I think you're setting the bar too low, my friend.
Oh.
I just want to go back and watch everything Keke Palmer's in. She was just so much fun in this movie. Holy crap!
Yeah, she was good. I
You
like
remember
the dynamic with OG as well.
do you remember in the
That was fun to
the
see.
bit with the house where we'll get into Angel in a bit, but they're on about, well, consider we were the people in the house when it happened, and they both just fist bump each other.
Oh, yeah.
I love that bit. You know, okay, I'm interested to talk to you about this, Rob, because you mentioned this a few minutes ago, is the whole bit with the monkey.
Mm.
Now, I know what bit you're talking about, which is the whole bit where the kids under the table.
Yeah.
Wasn't that just the most flipping horrifying thing in this film?
It was horrifying. Just seeing that monkey go ape shit.
Literally. The first time I said that, I realised the pun. I was like, oh my God, I'm actually fucking hilarious. But it was, you saw me with my flipping hand over my face when he noticed the kid.
No,
You
I
saw
you
me.
like, freaking the fuck out.
You were sitting there just kind of just accepting it, and I was sitting there freaking out because
Well,
I
thing of me that, like, it's one of the things that's like, I know he survived, so I didn't really feel the tension. Like, I could feel the horror, but I didn't feel, like, in danger for Stephen Young's character in that moment.
yeah.
I couldn't really, like, be scared in that moment, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I
But
understand
the
that.
situation I thought I knew was scary.
Yeah, I think it's just a concept of just like a normal kid sitcom, and then the monkey just brutally flipping murders everyone.
Yeah. Especially by just something so mundane as like a balloon popping.
Yeah, and it's just the monkey's just sitting there with the party hat on, and like the little
Mm.
Gordy's birthday with all the little t-shirt and everything, and he's there just beating the fucking shit out of just all the cast members, and all the crew are just gone, and then he's sitting there eating something, and then he just looks
Yeah.
into because the way the monkey looks, it's like he's looking into the flipping audience, and it literally, I couldn't watch it. It was flipping terrifying.
Do you think, because when we were watching that, I was thinking to myself, why isn't he angry at Stephen Young at that moment? Like, he was kind of walking over to him to kind of like, he was his friend. Like, he wasn't going to hurt him. I
Yeah.
was trying to wonder if there was, like, anything behind that.
This is just a theory, because you can see the flip-flop standing up. Don't ask me why it was standing up, it was just doing it. He was looking at the flip-flop as well. Now, maybe the monkey spared him, because maybe one, he's already mates with him, but I don't think that was the point. I think the whole point is that he spent the time looking at the spectacle, rather than the monkey going ape shit.
Oh, okay, I think I get what you mean.
Now, I'm going to pretend like I know what that means, but it sort of makes sense, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I kind of get what you mean. Like, in that situation where this tragic events happen, the thing he's most interested in is, like, with a shoe, but it's standing up
Yeah.
on its own.
If that was
I
me,
get
I'd
what
be
you mean.
dead. I'd be staring at the flipping monkey beating the shit out of people. I'd be dead in that moment. I'm not interested in the flip-flop at all. Actually, if anything, I'd be interested in getting the hell out of there.
Yeah, but it's like, I kept thinking to myself, like, is there a way for him to escape? But it didn't seem like there was. It seemed like his best thing to do was just stay there.
Just imagine how horrifying it is for that like 10-year-old kid. He's sitting there, his like on-screen family is getting their flipping guts ripped up by his best mate monkey on screen, and then everyone else has left him, and he's sitting there watching under a table. The monkey goes over to like give him a fist bump, and then he gets shot in the face.
Yeah.
Flipping terrifying.
That caught me off guard when the monkey got shot.
Yeah, that
Just
caught
'cause
me off guard.
I don't know why I didn't expect it. Even if I should have. Like, it just caught me off guard, and I don't know why.
That journey made me jump as well. I think it's the whole concept of it, of just, it's like a normal 90s sitcom and everyone's having a good time, and then the monkey goes flipping mental, starts killing everyone. I think it's the whole concept of it is brilliant.
Yeah, I just thought, well, it could be, going back to what I was saying earlier about how like, Stephen Young's character might have been the only one that was like, maybe nice to the monkey,
Yeah.
and that's how the monkey's karma to him. And then it's like in the situation where you have it with human who actually treated him right,
Yeah.
and we're about to reconcile, and he immediately gets shot. Like, the monkey died of the way humans treated him, if you know what I mean.
I get what you mean, yeah. I think that's kind of the message, I think.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think that is kind of the message. I think it's a movie about aliens, but the thing that scared me the most was this scene, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think that's also because it's like the most real scene. Like, situations like that have happened in real life,
Yeah.
you know?
I think, yeah. Right. I want to talk about this flipping alien that you mentioned, because I know you're dying to talk about it, because I know this type of stuff interests you. So go on. What do you think of this whatever the hell it is?
I love not knowing what it is, because it makes it more interesting.
Yeah.
If they gave us an explanation in the movie, I think that might have ruined it for me.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't have enjoyed it as much. Because the thing is, it's not just like a generic alien from sci-fi we've seen before, you know? We've seen like, technological, like, robot aliens, we've seen like fleshy aliens, gooey aliens. This is a fucking hot air balloon alien.
Yeah.
Man-made creature, whatever it is. And I think that's what makes it terrifying. It's like, it's a hot air balloon, but it kills you.
It's like a
That's
mixture
just
of...
fucking creepy.
It's like a mixture of something from Arrival and just like kind of its own thing. It's kind of like a hint of Lovecraftian with the kind of way it operates.
Yeah,
and
it's like a Lovecraftian monster, but modernized.
it's like I can't really compare it to anything, because I've never seen a movie where the UFO is normally the thing that has the aliens inside of it, which is what we all thought it was, right?
That's what I love that part as well.
The fact that actually is the alien, because I've never seen that in media before, where the UFO is actually the alien.
It makes you recontextualize everything you've learned about it up to this point.
Yeah.
everyone's like, oh, that's not got people inside it. That is the thing.
Mm.
Which now makes it like Jaws, but in the sky.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, this thing can just hunt you anywhere. It's not just pertaining to the water. This thing can literally follow you across the planet if it wants to.
That is exactly flipping right, Rob. It is Jaws in the sky. That's what it is. You know what? I'm going to put Nope review dash Jaws in the sky dash Filmmakers Unleashed. I'm going to do that. Sky Jaws. Better than Jaws the Revenge by a fucking mile. Sky Jaws.
Nope the Revenge. That's the sequel.
Nopia. Nopes. Nopes.
No.
No, it was what were we on about before? There was a trailer for like some Harvey Weinstein documentary, and afterwards I said that I was going to make a sequel directed by Harvey Weinstein called Grope.
That's the sequel. The OJ has to team up with the creature in Nope to take on Harvey Weinstein.
the ultimate boss. The final boss is Harvey Weinstein.
Exactly.
I think the fact that I still don't flipping know what it is intrigues me. It is.
It seemed interesting that the more damage it took, the more it's like, I'm going to say quote unquote real shape came out. Like this kind of like ringed creature. But every time it ate, it reverted back to like the saucer shape.
Yeah.
As if it was healing itself, which I thought was really interesting.
It's when it takes that concept away of it's just a UFO and there's aliens inside of it, when you realise there are no little aliens inside of it, it is the flipping alien. Then that changes everything. That changes flipping everything. It's not little things controlling a spaceship. It's not a spaceship whatsoever. It is the flipping alien that opens so many flipping doors. That changes everything up until that point.
It's a concept as far as to my knowledge, has never been done before.
No.
But I'm glad it's been done now. In such a great movie.
Yeah.
Because it was so fucking cool.
But
also, not only that, because we were saying how we were in the cinema when we realised what the screams were coming from the ship. Well, alien, I'd say.
Oh, like I know where you're going with this.
That was so fucking cool.
What with the actual the sound of it is the victim's screams.
Yeah. That was fucking awesome.
It's when it was circling above the house in that one scene, which was flipping terrifying, and it's the fact that I think I'll get into this in a second. Actually, the fact that it's circling a house and all you can hear is just the screams of the people.
It's mortifying.
And
it was fucking great.
I think what scared me the most more than actually seeing the creature, because don't get me wrong, it scares me not knowing what it is. It's the same with The Shining. If I go and watch that movie, I don't know what the hell's going on.
It's the unknown, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, because we don't exactly know what it is, that makes it scarier.
Yeah. It's like, don't get me wrong, movies like Nightmare on Elm Street scare me, even though I know exactly who Freddy Krueger is and what he does. But it's movies like The Shining and Nope and variants of Doctor Sleep, but I don't exactly know what the hell is going on. That frightens me, because there's always some unhidden layer that you don't understand about it.
Yeah, like in later movies, you understand Freddy Krueger after a while, or you understand the Xenomorph, or you understand the Predator.
I thought you were going to be honest, like, I understand where Freddy Krueger's coming from. I'm like, excuse me?
No,
That's what I
like,
thought you were getting to.
Like, you know him.
Yeah.
We've got, with most horror films, you've gone to a point where you just know these characters.
You know these things, yeah.
These iconic, monsters. Like, you don't really get scared because you know all the tricks.
Yeah.
But with Nope, it's like, you know nothing about it.
Yeah.
So it's terrifying.
You know absolute shite about it. I think the scariest thing about it, I think you can agree with me here, is not seeing it, it's just suspense building up to it. Because the fact that you don't know what it is, and you still don't know what it is, really, is the suspense building up to it, where someone looks out a window and you just see it hovering, not doing anything, just hovering.
Like, my favourite part, well, one of my favourite parts was when Angel, the shopkeeper dude, comes back to the farm the next day, barges into the house, and he's like, "Oh, it's still there, it's still there." And they're like, and OJ's like, "What?"
He made us laugh the entire film, this Angel, because he just put himself in the film. Really?
He was my favourite.
The first proper scene where he just comes. You just think he's going to be just this one guy who's just depressed at like a warehouse shop,
Yeah, and
and
that's
then
it.
he
And
keeps
then he
coming
just comes
back,
back.
and then he just complains about the CW, and then he just puts himself in this film.
That got us.
Because it's the fact that
that moment got us.
it was just the fact where the CW is just so clown on these days, and he got out the truck and he was just like, "Oh, my fucking ex-girlfriend used to work at the CW. I fucking hate the CW." And then he just
I don't
stays
think
at
it
this
was,
farm.
it was like, my girlfriend, she's gone to work, she's got a pilot at the CW. And I'm like, what? It's just such an obscure restaurant.
I know. It's just he's getting his equipment out, just goes fucking CW, and he's just like, what? I mean, it made us laugh.
Yeah.
He just put himself in the film. It's just like you. It's one of those characters where he would just be like there just to give kit. I mean, I know he is at the end,
Yeah.
but he just
He ended up
stays.
just being important. Like,
He's-
he was a genuinely important part of the movie.
And I thought that was hilarious. He's like, who is this guy? Why is he here? Go home. Go home.
He didn't want to go, man. He wanted to stay.
I just thought it was flipping hilarious, dude. I think, you know what scene I've got to flipping talk to you about? Is...
Oh, wait, let me guess.
Yeah, go on then.
You're gonna say when OJ first goes into the bomb, where the generators are, and like, you think it's aliens
Right.
that are standing up, but it's not.
I wasn't, but let's flip and talk about it. Because you
Oh.
and me, that entire scene, because you just see these little flipping things in the shadows walking towards you. And you and me are convinced, okay, if anyone's seen this movie, you know exactly what flipping talk about. We're convinced that they're those little flipping aliens, right? And
Yeah.
wasn't it flipping terrifying? Because I thought
It's the fact that, like, for a split second I was like, okay, this could just be something else. But it went on for so long.
yeah,
Oh shit, this might actually just be aliens.
it was the fact that, for me, the way there were two of them standing at the back, I thought it looked like some kind of horse. And then I see him walking towards him, and it really got to me. Even though it was so early in the film, I was sitting there thinking, what the fuck are they? What are those
Yeah.
little things? It's like a cross between an adipose and an Ewok walking towards.
The ultimate cute evil, as they say.
And whatchamacallit, OJ, the flipping legend, who just no reaction to it whatsoever, sitting there filming him, and then he flipping wallops one right in the face.
Yeah. So I just love that, because especially after it was revealed it was children, OJ just punched a child, and I love that.
Listen,
know why.
right, his reaction to finding out that he punched a child towards seeing a whole group of alien species walking towards him with massive
was
eyes,
disappointed.
it was the same reaction, wasn't it? It was literally, if you
Yeah.
think about it, it was the same reaction.
I'm convinced OJ views children and aliens as the same, but equally terrifying.
That was actually the secret message. Aliens and children are the exact same. That was the
That's
message.
underlying theme of this movie.
That is the underlying theme. Right, we can go home now, Robert. I'm going to go to
Exactly.
bed.
Review done.
Yeah, we're done. Right, see you guys in the next one.
We've done it.
But I feel like the reason why Peel included that is to kind of debate the audience that it's not just a casual alien film, you know?
Mm.
Which
It's a
I'm
punching
glad.
children film.
It's a movie about punching kids.
Anakin Skywalker approved.
There's going to be so many videos on YouTube be like, reasons why Home Alone and Nope are the same movie. The characters hate children.
Probably.
But I feel
What's
like...
the character's name in Home Alone again? Something, I can't remember the name, but I'm just imagining now OJ from breaking the house
Kevin!
and just punching him.
Kevin! That's the only reason I remember his name by her going, Kevin!
Oh, Kevin, yeah.
I'm actually, because I've seen loads of people hate on this movie just because, even my friend Harry included, which if you're watching this, Harry, fuck you, I disagree, because I'm happy that the fact that the aliens were a debate because of the actual alien creature that we got and the suspense building around that thing. I'd much rather have that than like a normal alien movie, because I can go watch
Yeah,
like
that's
10
the thing.
yeah.
Once it was revealed that the ship is the alien, like, that instantly becomes more interesting.
Yeah.
More, I feel like, more of a storytelling opportunity. Like, if it was just revealed, oh, the normal, like, little men in a spaceship, it's like, okay, I can see where this is going. This is, like, the same thing we've seen before. The aliens come to Earth, try to attack the guys in the house, have to defend the house from the alien. we don't really get to see it. They'll save the day. But with this, with like a fucking hot air balloon alien thing, that's uncharted territory, you know.
Yeah.
We don't know how this is going to end because we've never seen anything like it.
Yeah. Give me something different, because I feel like people in the film community, especially on Twitter, I'm not calling out anyone, but there's a big group of people that complain online that they want something different. And when they're given something different and they don't expect, they shit on it for not being the thing that they wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Which
I
is
get what you
something
mean.
familiar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which,
Dude, I'm glad that Jordan Peele took the risk of doing something that, like, he probably thought it was a great idea, because, well, it was.
yeah, it was a great
But,
idea.
like, you don't know how other people are going to react to it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know how, you can't, like, gauge
Yeah.
the audience kind of.
And he's done that
what the
3
audience
times,
needs.
really, with Nope and Get Out and Us. Especially Get Out was one of those movies where that was kind of just... Have you ever seen Get Out? You've seen Get Out, haven't you?
No, I've not seen Get Out or Us.
I won't spoil any of them, but those type of movies where it also has messages where it's very flipping risky with the audience, because Us at the time,
Yeah.
I personally, I flipping love Us. I was blown away by it in cinemas, but it's one of those films where you can understand why people are very polarized by it, because it's very different and it's not what you expect. So I'd say sometime this week, go and watch Get Out and then Us, because I think they're both on the same level as Nope, because he's batting 3 for 3 right now. Jordan Peele is.
Has he got a 4th movie coming out? Or in the works?
I probably not for... If you think about it, Get Out was 2017, and then 18 and 19 was Us, then 20, 21, 22 is Nope. It probably would have been last year, but because of COVID. So I reckon late 2024, maybe early 2025.
Aubrey star. What's the actor's name that plays OJ? Daniel
Kaluuya.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna star him again.
Oh yeah, I reckon he's like his Bruce Campbell to Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
He's that.
I always find it fascinating with directors and actors that do that.
Yeah.
Like it must be such a, like, he must just have so much trust in that actor, and that actor has such trust in that certain director to just work film them out.
I mean, Tarantino's got like 5. He's got like DiCaprio. He's got Brad Pitt. You know, he's got flipping loads of people. Samuel Jackson's probably his Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm just referring to everyone to their Bruce Campbell. I've watched too much Evil Dead, my guy. Give me a break. But yeah, I'd go watch Get Out and Us. But I mean, the thing I was going to talk to you about is a certain... I think it was not a certain scene in particular, but it was a certain shot that was just horror to look at. And that being...
Oh, is it again about when we see what's inside the alien?
You see what's inside of it. And
yeah.
I think it was... That point it was suspenseful, because you hear the sound of... you hear it hovering above, and you hear all the wind blowing and everything, and you don't see it exactly. You just see people looking up.
Yeah.
And I think there was...
That was very well done as well.
It was really well done.
Horror
Yeah.
of like hot air balloon, or even a bouncy castle. Like, cause that's kind of what it reminded me of, like a hot air balloon mixed with a bouncy castle.
Yeah.
Just 2 real things that, like, you could very well die in the...
I think for me it was 3 shots. I think I do remember. I think the first one was you see it in the cloud, but it's not like it's just hovering there. It's just like it's waiting. You know what I mean? It's like a flipping creature sitting there watching. And because it was only about 20 minutes before we found out it wasn't actually aliens inside of a ship. It was the ship is the actual aliens. So it feels really unsettling knowing that UFO is like a creature and it's sitting there watching. So that's shock number 1. Number 2 is Stephen Yeun's character looking up, and I don't know if he get sucked up.
Yeah, everyone got sucked up.
Okay, so he was there staring at it, and because there was a shot where he was just staring at it whilst everything was blowing around, and you just hear screams. You don't see people going up getting sucked up. You just hear screams, right?
Yeah.
And then the shot after that is literally just inside the ship, pitch black, and you just see like a whole flipping crowd of people going up.
That was, yeah, it was so claustrophobic, which is what I think made it work. And the inside
It was all
of it, again,
machinery.
it looked like stretched out skin, if you know what I mean, with like a light being shone through it. Do you get what I mean?
It was
With like the colour palette
yeah, it was
of like the kind of
like,
yellow and red.
yeah, it was like, that shot of that person going up that kind of tube. That to me kind of looked like a
Yeah,
stomach, but everything else around it kind of looked like machinery and skin.
yeah, it was so eerie. Like it was legitimately terrifying to watch.
It was, I think that was probably one of my favourite shots of the movie.
Mm. And that's not even to say that like, well, just talking about like the film itself was just looked really great,
It
just
did.
visually.
Visually, it was
Like,
gorgeous.
yeah, it was amazing.
I,
Like just to look at.
yeah, and I think the ending is, it's one of those things where I left knowing one thing, but see a lot of people online interpreting it differently. Now, I'll build up to that in a second, but I have the
Oh,
whole,
I think I know you're on
you
about.
know what I'm on about, yeah, the whole bit with
With OJ and the horse.
OJ and the horse, yeah, but before that, I love the bit where the callback to the well, when they go back to that kind of like Willy's Wonderland kind of place, and
Yeah,
she's taking pictures on it on the well.
I knew that was going to come in handy just because of early in the film when she like goes and photobombs those two people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I immediately was like, okay, that's going to come back because it was such a like. It's one of those things that like you do in a film, they have to set it up because you can't just have that come out at random. You have to actually set that up. And then throughout the rest of the film, they obviously set up the cameras, taking pictures and all that to get the money.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a really cool way they brought that background into the story.
Yeah.
But yeah, continue.
But I do like how her kind of arc was that she kind of felt that there was earlier in the film she had the conversation with OJ how like she was kind of not mistreated in the family, but kind of OJ was more the favourite, and she wasn't really seen as someone who can get things done because her horse was being trained by OJ and she never got that horse, and kind of her arc at the end is that she can get stuff done on her own without her
Yeah.
brother. And I think that was great, and like it wasn't the final shot. The final shot was the paper, and then it slowly formed the flipping winged bag in the sky. It was like a
Oh
bag
yeah.
and a squid. It was like a hot air balloon squid bag thing. And before that, OJ was kind of standing there on the horse. Now, I interpret that as him being alive. But if you think
Yeah.
back to a certain shot where he's sitting on the horse, and the flipping wing thing is coming in front of him, and what was that mouth? The kind of the creature's mouth. What is it? It was like a pa, pa, and all these different
Yeah,
squares and stuff was
it's
opening
like
up.
a
It's like origami.
xenomorph inner mouth coming out, and then just
Yeah,
kind of
it's like a
it's like
paper
hot air
mache.
balloon bouncy house kite thing.
It was a whatever you just said, paper mache, weird shit. I don't know what it was, but considering how close that he was to that paper mache hot air balloon weird shit of a mouth, he looked like he'd be dead.
Mm.
Now I interpret that as I do think he was alive at the end, but I want to know your thoughts on that.
I get what you mean because I've seen people online say maybe he's not actually alive, maybe he's dead. And that's like her remembering him, like
Yeah.
looking down her, passing on the memory
Or maybe that's how
type
the
thing.
creature works. It releases like the essence or the souls of the people it's
Yeah.
eaten, maybe.
I also saw another one where like maybe OJ is alive, was alive, but like, do you know how he's just standing there, not going towards her or anything,
Yeah.
just in the distance? Like I've seen some people say that maybe he was kind of disappointed in her in a
Mm.
sense, where like she kind of I don't know killed the creature, or that she like prioritized getting the picture over it.
Yeah.
But personally, I don't know if it is a correct answer or if Jordan Peele meant for it to be ambiguous in that sense.
Mm.
But it has sparked some interesting debate that I don't think there's any right or wrong answer to. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's like I'm not sure. I think it's just Jordan Peele definitely like he wanted it to be ambiguous, but maybe not how people are theorizing, if you know what I mean.
I personally do think he's alive, but if like the audio cue was like da-na-na-na, it was like an old western sound. It was like someone's arrival. I do think he is alive, but there's a part of me because of that shot from earlier that I don't 100% know. I do think maybe Jordan Peele put that in there as if it's like a happy ending, that they got the shot and everything. Maybe, I don't know if it was intentional for him to make people think about that ending.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm torn on whether like that was what he wanted to do or not.
Yeah, I'm torn on it as well.
Either way, I think it was a good ending.
I think it was a great ending. The fact that
Do you know, it
yeah,
does make me wonder though,
go on.
because that entire town's just fucking gone, and like, oh yeah, because this really confused me. So what's his sister's name? Yeah, when she was in the town at first, like trying to get that picture, like really, really trying to get the picture. Like there was no one around her, right? But when the creature dies, she sees OJ, and when the camera pans round, there's like a bunch of cops in the background just standing around.
Yeah,
And, like,
she don't need that picture. Just be like, look, did you see that?
No, not even that, but I was there thinking, like, where the fuck do they come from?
They were hiding. They were waiting.
They were just waiting. So that made me think, like, some weird stuff was going on. Like, maybe it did release people. Maybe it ate them up, and then, like, maybe it's a thing of, like, if it dies, people that it talk just got released.
Oh, hang on, I think you're
Because
on
I thought
something
that
here.
was very oddly shot. That there was no police, no one around, and then it dies, and all of a sudden there's all these cops in the background, like, not paying attention to the sky, but just standing around in, like, that kind of doorway area.
You've got a point.
Like,
You've
next
got
to
a
the cop
flipping good
car.
point there.
Like, I forgot to bring it up to you in the cinema, but that just stood out to me as, like, huh.
That's making me think now.
And then it's kind of like, how much of this is, like, how much of it was real, if you know what I mean?
Yeah. Huh.
Like, or is this, like,
I've seen
ended?
I've seen no one mention it, actually.
Maybe it's just me, like, maybe I missed something in the movie, and that just made me get
Oh,
to
no,
that
I think
point. Like,
I
maybe the
think
cops
it's
were there.
I think it's an interesting point to pick up. Definitely.
Yeah. It's
Ah.
like, when I thought that, I just kind of tilted my head and it's like, huh.
That's gonna make me think for a while. I'm gonna watch some more fucking videos on that.
But yeah, I've not seen anyone talk about that, which is what made me kind of think, like, maybe I missed something, but I'm not sure. Maybe
Yeah.
it's something I picked up, and no one else is like, maybe other people have picked up on it, but just not spoke about it.
Yeah. I get that, yeah. Also, there's a few things I want to mention going back. As you know, we're kind of just sitting there above the house, and it was just spitting all those flipping items out. Even though it's not like a massively gruesome scene or anything like that, I think it's the fact that it's just sitting there above the house, and all the rain is kind of trickling
Yeah,
down
it's
on
just-
it.
It's just waiting. Like, it was, like, in that moment, you could kind of tell it was fucking with them.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you didn't need to do that over the house, it did that because they were in there. You know?
Yeah.
It was trying to scare the shit out of them.
I do love, again, the suspense building up to where they suddenly realise that that cloud hasn't moved a fucking inch.
Yeah, I love that.
I reckon if
That
we
was just great.
I reckon if we go back and watch the opening scene, I reckon we'll see that cloud still sitting there.
Oh yeah, I am wondering that myself. Like, how much did they put? How much effort did they put into?
Yeah, I want to flip and watch it again. I want to watch it again. There's those people that are saying like, oh my god, it wasn't a traditional alien movie. They weren't even aliens. They were just because, yeah, but you gotta embrace the fact that they did something different. You know, something that you didn't
not
expect.
Only that, but the traditional alien films are kind of getting old. You know, like,
Yeah.
how many times can we see that same old, like, storyline? You know, before, like, it's gotten to a point where, like, we can just predict what's going to happen,
Yeah.
predict what the cats will do, predict what the aliens will do.
Mm.
They'll have, like, advanced technology. They'll try and break into the house.
Yeah.
All that. They'll abduct people. This is, like, something new. And I do hope that more films in this kind of genre just pick up on it.
Yeah, please
and
do.
different stuff.
Please give me something
Okay.
different, please. But it just, yeah, it was just beautifully shot as well. And it's just the
Mm.
fact that, like you said, it's something different. We need more movies like this because, again, the reason why I'm getting excited for the cinema right now is I'm loving my Marvel, I'm loving my Star Wars and all that jazz,
Yeah.
but I get properly excited about the stuff that's different. You know what? We saw this the opening night that came out in our country. We had to wait another flipping month because everyone not in the UK, you guys got to see it a whole month before us, and somehow we didn't get spoiled for that, which I'm very flipping proud of myself that we didn't. It's
Yeah.
movies like Nope I go see opening night, Men, The Northman, Everything Ever All at Once. The best movies that came out this year are original, you know?
Yeah. Because, like, I keep seeing people say, like, oh, Marvel's killed cinema. But I don't think that's the case.
No.
I think it's just a case of, like, I don't know. It's like, I feel like there's room for both to coexist, you know?
There is,
Like, it
yeah.
doesn't have to be, like, oh, it doesn't have to be Marvel versus these other films or these other films versus Marvel.
Yeah.
Like, I just think I think it's room for both, you know? I think
Yeah.
part of the reason Note felt special is because it was so different in like, what I don't know, it's just like it was different in a sea of what I feel like has been the
Yeah.
same for a while.
In a
Even though
world,
the same
yeah.
isn't necessarily bad.
In a world where you think everything's done before, you get a
Mm.
movie like Nope where 2 weeks, was it 2 weeks or something, a week or 2 weeks later, we're still sitting here talking to you guys about it and we still don't understand exactly what it
Yeah.
is. And I
Yeah.
want, that is
And
why
the
I go to
thing
the
that I love
cinema.
about that is it didn't feel needless.
Mm.
Because sometimes you can get stuff like that and it just feels needless. Like, oh, what was the point? We didn't know anything. We didn't find anything out, you know?
That's the
But I
point.
feel like this was executed so well that I feel fulfilled in what,
Yeah.
like, to, for an example, this is going to be a weird one, but did you watch, came out last year, Last Night in Soho, I think it's called?
Uh, I have it on Blu-ray, which I haven't watched it yet, but continue.
Okay, but not gonna try not to spoil it for you, but like, it was a really good movie, like, I really enjoyed it. But there was very clearly a message in the movie, but by the time you get to the end, it does kind of feel like, what was the point? What did anything actually mean?
Yeah.
But like, it didn't ruin the movie. It just kind of left me going, huh, it's kind of confusing. I'm not satisfied in that area, but overall it was a good film. Whereas with Nope, I feel satisfied in every way possible.
Yeah. Even though there's not a strict answer.
Mm.
Because again, it's movies like Nope is the reason why I go to the cinema. You know, to me personally, I don't see Marvel versus cinema. I see
Yeah,
everything can coexist. I'll go enjoy a Marvel movie, and I'll go enjoy a movie like Nope. There's two very different experiences. You can't have a go at Nope for not being Marvel. You can't have a go at Marvel for not being Nope. Point is, there's two
yeah, like that.
different genres that
Yeah,
can coexist. But I do think that we do need more movies like Nope
yeah, we
and The
need more
Northman.
movies like Nope.
Yeah, more movies like Nope, The Northman, Everything Everywhere All at Once. That new Nicolas Cage movie that came out a few months ago that was absolutely brilliant. More movies like Men. It's movies like this that is really pushing this flipping industry forward. And if you go and see Top Gun Maverick, that is cinema's back, Robert. You know.
Yeah,
Th-
especially after a long hiatus of being away because of COVID.
yeah, there's so many times I'd sit down recently and think, God, the more the movies I'm looking forward to this year, none of them seem original. They all seem something that they've done before. But now I'm looking forward in the next few years, in the next
Yeah,
few months, movies like Blonde, Knives Out 2, all these like original franchises, and loads of these A24 movies that are coming out soon. Sure, I go see Black Panther 2 because that looks amazing. But again, it's all these
yeah,
original movies that need to be brought
like
back.
we have the MCU, which is where we get our superheroes from, you know.
Yeah,
Where it's like we get this connected franchise with these characters that we still love, the stories we still love. But like they can't do what Nope does because that wouldn't work for what the MCU is. And I don't think that's a bad thing. But also like Nope can't work in like something like the MCU because it wouldn't work, you know?
yeah, I get what you mean.
Like yeah, it's like when I see people say like, oh, Marvel it's killing the cinema industry. I'm like, and like you said, all these movies like Nope, Northman, all that. It's like these movies prove that isn't the case. all it does is prove that we need more people to actually do something original, you know? Like, people are capable of it, and people will see it, because people do want to see it.
Mm.
But it's all about actually, well, one, I think good marketing and good writing is probably the key
Yeah.
to most of that.
Mm.
But it is like, I fucking lost what I was going to say, because
No, I get your point. I get your point. I feel like original movies need to be brought back into the limelight. And this year, I think the most talked about movies this year are original ones. You know, and that's what we flipping like to see. You know, that is exactly what we like to see. And I'm right behind that. I'm right behind all these small creators, whether you're a small or big creator. All these original movies that are just, not everything has to be a big interconnected franchise for anything to be good. Get a standalone movie like Nope or anything like that. I know I'll keep going on, but just all these original movies, just keep bringing them on, dude, because cinema feels back. It feels fresh and it feels new, is what I'm trying to say. It makes me happy.
I get you. I agree.
But yeah, Nope was it was freaking fantastic. I loved it. You know, I generally give it a 9 out of 10. I would do. And I go watch it again in a heartbeat.
Like, I want to give it a 10 out of 10. But, like, I'd probably just give it a 9 like you. Maybe I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10. Like, I don't have a reason for not. But I just feel like nothing is perfect. Like, I don't feel like anything could really be a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Yeah,
But again, that's not even a bad thing.
I always give everything a 9 out of 10. Unless it's The Lighthouse. That is a literal 10 out of 10 for me. But but yeah, Nope's amazing. If you haven't seen it, just go watch it. Cinema's back, baby. Cinema's fresh. Cinema's original. We love to see it. So, Robert, we ready to wrap things up?
Yeah.
Groovy. Right. What we're doing next week? We're talking about She-Hulk. She-Hulk next week?
We should be.
Yeah.
Wait, we'll be doing 2 episodes?
2 episodes, yeah, and whatever else comes on the way, yeah. Because we if anyone, we were going to do it this episode, but one, I was at a Coldplay concert last night, and I got back at 2 a.m., which is flipping ridiculous, and I would not drag you guys onto that. Plus, I was actually setting my alarm to go to work this morning, and when I got back, and it was like, your alarm would go off in 3 hours from now, and I'm like, oh.
Oh, I hate that, because then like, there's no guarantee you just go to sleep straight away.
Yeah.
You might be up for another hour just trying to sleep.
I got in work today and I was like, no one talk to me. I just want to sit down and just do some typing. And the moment I sat down, oh Finn, we're going to do some editing and some filming today. Could you come help us? Also, could you help doing some storyboard? Me to help set up some shots. And I'm like, that sounds good and all, but please fuck off. Oh, damn. But yeah, I'm going to get myself some shut eye because I need it. Thank you everyone for watching, really appreciate it. Go see Nope if you haven't seen it already, and join us for She-Hulk and whatever next time. So thank you guys very much for watching. See you on the next one. Peace out.